It's your guy. All rights reserved. We in the building. The Diddy massacre continues as Jaguar Wright and Storm Monroe conversate about P. Diddy and all of his victims. Now understand this, Jaguar Wright, she's absolutely right. No pun intended. And when I say that, she warned us about Diddy. She warned us. She did. And I conversated about this. I made a video about it, talking about what Jaguar Wright was saying about different celebrities and how she's validating what we thought to be true. Now we know it's true. And she is speculating that things are only going to get worse for P. Diddy because of people seeing and them seeing that one victim was rewarded. Now more victims are allegedly, she believes, going to come forward and talk about everything he did. Now understand this. Diddy brought this on himself. Anybody trying to back him, it makes no sense. All he had to do was, number one, keep your hands to yourself. That's number one. And this girl willingly stepped into a situation with you. Keep your hands to yourself. That's number one. Number two is mind your own business. Do what makes sense, which is minding your own business. He couldn't do that. He had to make a statement, and through that, he made Cassie that statement. And another thing, I find it really weird that he finds enjoyment, pleasure in seeing his girl with other men. That's the weirdest. And as a man involved in that, you should be thinking, is he looking at her or me? That's what you should be thinking. No man should have stepped into that situation willingly just chilling. No. Is he looking at her or me? That's very curious. Like, what type of men were these? Like, this is what I'm saying, yo. Or what in that was that all they did was with Cassie? Were they like, see what I'm saying? It deepens. The rabbit hole goes deep. And when we think of these things, it starts to reveal itself because we know his character and we know what other people speculate. We know what people were in Bad Boy said. We're talking about his alleged artists that have not done anything, that he's taken all financial revenue from. He's literally living high on the hog off of other people. And that's why I tell you, artists, build your talent to support yourself. Because when you're sitting there doing it through someone else, now look at what he's doing. And now look at where Cassie's career is. He has the power to threaten other people who will help her because she's affiliated with somebody who's fake. When they're moving like Diddy's moving, you can't be out here saying all that stuff. Like, look at how he's moving. Like, come on now. Let's be honest. It's time to be honest. Think of this. Who really backs Diddy? I haven't seen anyone get up here and talk about it and back him. Jaguar Wright did, a couple years ago, I think it was years ago, she made it seem like it was more recent, like within the months, but I think not even last year, not even then. She's been up a while talking about Diddy and things he did. Listen, we have proof that Jaguar Wright tells the truth. Thank you, Diddy. You just validated Jaguar Wright. Now it gets worse. Listen, I'm gonna try and get the link below. Listen to her and Storm Monroe talk. It gets deeper. Think of what's actually about to come out now. All of his victims, all. We know he admitted him and Usher used to fight over the frosted flakes in the bed. We seen that. That was real sketchy. In the bed, fight over frosted flakes. Pause. And Diddy even said pause after he called himself. Someone said something. Kevin Hart was like, whoa, and he called himself. Like, so did he have a Freudian slip? Did he actually tell the truth? Did Usher willingly fight over the cornflakes? Then, shout out to Adept. I seen a video where Diddy is literally with Justin Bieber. How many victims does this guy have? You are a predator. You are a predator, literally. It doesn't matter whether it's the girls, whether it's boys, whether you have no regards for gender. So you are a dangerous individual. You have no regards for gender. You're literally just looking for a quick moment. You're looking for a quick buck. Remember, I dropped, well, on my other channel where I do scriptures. I recently did the 7 deadly sins that I'm starting to do. We did lust. Lust is one of the main 7 deadly sins that most people fall victim to, and they become a victim to their own lust for other flesh, the feeling, the thoughts of doing stuff. But it's like, how can you take that moment when you know God can kill you after? Like, I never thought of something so simpleton like it's like like kids need to be taught this stuff. Like they're 16, you got to teach them that. I shouldn't be grown teaching other grown folks about the word of God. If you're not seeking God, how are you? Number one, it's God has spared you. Because my thing is, man, I'm thinking of all I was involved in, and I see all that everyone who's making their comments does. And I mean, I just like, I guess God really wanted me to be on his side the way when he needed me. Because there is no way some of you would have ever survived where I've been backing that stuff. You would have never survived. You would have been missing for years. People would have been like, we don't know what happened to them. Facts. Because you guys just do whatever for the feeling. You're not even thinking about the situation. You just want to feel something. That's when I get questionable about you as a person. Period. You as a person. What is it? What is your morals about? Well, we know Diddy ain't got no morals. Where's his morals? His homie gone. He allegedly now called the hit to the dude, Keefe D, was offering $1 million for Big. That still hasn't been debunked. He spoke up quick about Cassie, but speak up about that. Because we're still waiting on that to be answered. But let me be honest, that's a dangerous, touchy situation for even him. What happens if people found out you were responsible or you really did offer money and for Big? Come on, it gets messy for even you. You could be a billionaire. It gets messy for you because there were billions of dollars lost on that situation. And everybody around who was supposed to make their money back just going to sit back while you make all the money? Nah. These dudes figure that out. It gets messy for him. So he had to pay her off to shut up. If she writes that book, it's over. Sadly, I'm being honest, we might see somebody real notorious we know, no pun intended again, come after P. Diddy if she writes that tell-all. He knows it. That's why she has to shut up. So he had to pay her to shut up. Because the things she's going to talk about, and again, I know more behind the scenes that I don't talk about these different guys because it's sickening. Why do I want to sit here and even think about somebody touching another artist in the game? Especially when it's man on man. What is that? How does that even pull my attention? It's just disgusting. Yo, this guy is nasty. Yo, is that? Come on now. New York, you got to be standing up saying something. Just because he got money, you ain't going to say something like, yo, leave the kids alone, leave her alone, leave the people alone. Yo, did you touch? Like, no one's checking these guys. Where I'm from, we check our own people like, yo, what are you doing? Especially if it's black. We check our own black people like, yo, what are you doing? Yo, you're moving sloppy. You're moving like a sucker. Like we're honest with each other. And that's not right that people aren't saying nothing. Because if it was your daughter, your oh man, your sister, your mother, you would say something. But everybody's so quiet. They're just sitting there like, oh, it's just entertainment. We all knew this about Diddy. No, get him out of here then. If you knew this about him, why is he still hanging around y'all? That's the funniest thing. When they said we knew this about him, then why are you still hanging around? Why are you quiet? Why are you guys going to parties he acting like it's just a party? Like this is some wholesome guy throwing a party. It's very strange and it's very telling because I believe there's multiple other people involved in this lifestyle that Diddy's pushing. Multiple other people that have not come forward. That's crazy though. And again, shout out Adept because I'm thinking of when he was saying these artists did make things and saying like the R word that you or the RAPING, the plural verb, well, not plural, but the action verb of doing it. Like doing that, come on now. That records, like you got exposed long ago in the 90s. How did they let you slide? This is crazy. Then I'm starting to talk to people who were telling me some of the things that were going to be in the book. You had to pay her off. He had to pay her off. Allegedly telling me she was going to write about that. Yeah, you had to pay her off. Because if she spoke up, you were gone. You're done. You were done. Done. Like we would have never seen P. Diddy again. He was gone if she got up there and started speaking. He knew he had to shut her up. But he did the smart thing. Thank goodness, I will say this. At least you didn't try and be dumb and put a hit out on her. Because that would have blew back on you. Would have went in jail faster than Keefe D, anyone else ever went to jail. Pac, Biggie, anyone. If they went to jail, you would have went to jail faster than all of them together. Like, really, that's the type of dude you are. You're just getting over on young people, making an excuse for doing it, violating young women and young boys, allegedly, that are saying you're forcing them to give blowjobs. Like, what? You're from a man? Yo, dog, what? Yo, what's up with this guy? New York, what's up with this guy? What's the deal? This your guy. You created him. You created this trash. You created it. So how about cleaning up our own backyard for once? How about we handle our own business instead of it going worldwide and just feeling salty, being disgusted? We need to start checking our own. So what, they got a lot of money. If we stop buying their stuff, stop supporting them, who's paying them then? All that record label, all that, we stop supporting these clowns. There should be nothing else a P. Diddy's brought in ever. Sean John, we stopped wearing that back in 8th grade. He shouldn't even have half the money he does, but you guys keep inadvertently supporting him because you're supporting some of these artists. If we stop supporting these artists, they'll get it in check. We stop giving them money, stop buying their products, stop buying their art or their artistry. Stop saying, and I get it, P. Diddy has artists. Then tell that artist that if they go solo, you'll buy their stuff. Period. Leave these dudes alone. Let them go broke. Let them, and if they go broke, they'll have humble respect for things, and he'll stop trying to take advantage of people and artists. He took advantage of all them artists, all that money. None of that money he earned. I can't respect it. No, he didn't earn any of that. He took it from others. So really, you're a lame. You couldn't even earn that money on your own 2 feet. You earned it off of the backs of these dreams and hopes of other people. You don't look in the mirror and say, I'm trash. No, you won't, because you took all their money. So you're counting your money like I'm the man. Like I said, guys, watch when the money's reduced to nothing. I'm telling you, these dudes who are behind the scenes giving info out, I'm telling you, it's going to get bad for some of these celebrities. There's going to be so many hits put out. Like they're going to be hunting celebrities. Celebrities going to have to defend themselves. So it's going to be an all-out war. We're going to see celebrities go to war because at the end of the day, they want to sell and make more money than each other. But then when you look in the details, they get over on each other to make their money. Literally. They'll have someone sign their life away and literally take all their money from anything on the back end and make sure the artists don't get nothing. These artists, we see them broke, and the only money they get it off their mixtapes. They get it off their releases that are online because it's brought in under their name. And even then they get pressed by these leaders of these corrupt organizations that are allegedly corrupt, and then continue to hunt their dream because they don't have anything else to go off because they put so many years into trying to do this thing. And these other guys like Diddy, who's up and above, controlling the release of their music, controlling their life, controlling their livelihood, then are seeking ways to make more money when they got hundreds of millions. Like, that's lame. Do you understand that? That guy, just with 20, 30 million he had freely to give, could survive. But he still had to have 100 million. That's why God says the love of money is the root of all evil. The love. He loves money so much. Getting over on people to get it is the only thing he sees. He values. That underhanded ish. Underhanded. Fake. Like, that's not manly. That you're a sucker. You don't, the real don't do that. That's fake. Okay, sir? That's called being fake. That's the definition of what that's called. If you didn't know, it's called being fake. Okay? Now, Jaguar Wright is owed apologies from a lot of you because she said this, and I talked about what she was saying. Everybody started bashing her. She was attacked. They were like, she's on drugs. She's this. Tasha K, you're number one. You were coming at Jaguar Wright. You owe her an apology. Do you see this? But you're not going to do that. You guys have pride and you're too high and mighty. That's why a lot of you just need to die and go to hell because you have no respect for your persona, for your human. You're not humanized. You're not humble. God can never come to you. You can never even think of God because there's no humbleness in your bone in your body. There's nothing humbled in your bones. You're strictly for self. That's why you're going to die again. Die heinously. Some of you, I say that because some of you don't even know who's after you. Because you're so up and counting your money, you don't even know the guys who really have problems with you. Like everybody who's rich, high with a bunch of money, 90% of the time got people who don't like them, that are after them. They're not even looking at them because they're so focused on their money. It's their love of the money, feeling their money. Remember what they were talking about? And really check that video out. Listen again, check Storm and Jaguar Wright out. But there was another person, honorable mention. I'm trying to think of her name. Forgive me if I don't say it, but you can go below. You can say whatever, but you did say this when you were talking about how the way Jaguar Wright is exposing them, that they got to make a choice. They got choices to make. The moment Jaguar Wright exposed you years ago, and it was funny because it was around this same time, years ago, I think I would allege, as they're saying in 2016, yes, I think that's correct. Years ago, she exposed you. You should have changed up your style then, your character then. You couldn't even make a change then. You had to really get forced into a corner where you're about to go to jail because you're allegedly connected to Keefe D and Cassie, her tell-all. Come on, bruh. You used her as a slave? Dog, I know you don't like women now. If you did all that and called her your girlfriend, that's not how a boyfriend treats his girlfriend. That's weird. You're a weirdo for that. You enjoy seeing her with other... Yo, you're sick. You're a sick man. Get help. Can somebody talk... you guys like to control these celebrities, but you can't get them mental help? Because this man needs help. He's making decisions that don't make sense for a man. But that makes sense because look at fighting over the cornflakes with Usher in the bed. He said that. Then Justin Bieber filling on his shoulder saying, oh, we'll be hanging out today. Shout out Adept. I seen that. You're disgusting, guy. You're disgusting, Diddy. You are one nasty dude. Like, you have to pray, man. God, yo, I'm praying for you right now, brother. I'm going to pray for you, brother. I'm going to pray for you. God ain't playing with you, my God. You're old. You're old, man. You're old. You're not young. Stop moving like you're 18. You got to move like... We need male, strong black male figures, not abusers that get rich as they can to make me want to get rich. We need black men that are willing to step up and do the right thing. You guys can't even do that. Who raised you guys? Who raised you? Come on, bruh. Stop. Just chill. Now they're going deeper. Now, I'm going to tell you, the reason this is bad, because some of the things they're bringing up, it brings up the past of things you denied and that went away because it's going to sneak up on you. And this is how God works. Because you're avoiding jail and all this other stuff, when you allegedly were involved in that situation that I know not if you were, look at what God's allowing. He's letting you hang yourself. He's hanging the rope and we see you rush money off the Cassie the very next day. Well, now we know something's wrong. And now you're exposed. And look, now your past is creeping up on you because of the activities you've been involved in secret. What's done in the dark comes to the light. That is what Jesus says. Now look at it happening to you. It's everywhere. Sir, whether you realize it or not, you're going to have a lot of people not buying anything that has to do with your brand anyway. It's about to get worse because I'm telling you, a lot of people got to separate themselves from you because now they're starting to see that you're a liability. How can a millionaire be a liability? Do you know how cowardice, how weak that is? How is a millionaire a liability? You should be nothing but a surplus to everybody, including me and everybody else. You're rich. What's the problem? The problem is, it's your character flaws. Do you get that? There's like a good story. There's always that bad guy with character flaws or that good guy that's beside that ally to the good guy who got character flaws that makes them end up being a bad guy. We've seen this story all the time. In the name of your brand's bad boy. You sound like a bad guy. Everybody who you signed was a good artist. Now we don't hear their music anywhere. Like you are the antithesis of a bad guy. You are a bad boy. Not in the way you think like I'm bad. No. You're just bad in general. Bad rapper, bad person, bad character, bad choices, bad style, bad lifestyle, bad for children, bad for youth, bad for upbringing anybody's brand, except you got money and connections. Think of it. The only thing you got is money and connections. That's crazy. You don't even got rapping ability. Like, you can't even rap. How are you putting more money into anything else, business brand wise, before you learn how to rap? It's been since the 90s we've been giving you a pass. Sir, have you sat down yet with Jada? You got freaking locks and you still haven't learned how to rap. How? Like, this stuff just blows my mind. And it really shows me who these guys are. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. You know what it is. We back in full flow. Diddy, you a nasty guy. You a nasty dude. And God's gonna really deal with it. That's why I'm praying for you, because I see, like, you don't read, no, you can't tell me you read it. If you read it a while ago. You don't read it daily like me. You don't read daily. I read daily, every day. Sir, the stuff I read about certain things you were doing, like, yo, God really needs to come help you, man. Really. Because the thing is, people are looking at your money protecting you. But I'm telling you, money means nothing to a spirit. God don't care how much you got. What you gonna do, pay God? God don't accept bribes. He's real as me. We don't accept no bribes. You're gonna be exposed. God's gonna hang you out to dry and then toss you into hell to get your carcass destroyed. Just like that. You know what it is. All rights reserved. Period.